Ali, you need to turn on your mic.
Hello. Hello,
Yeah,
sorry about that.
hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, let me just start over again because of some technical errors. Yeah. Welcome to everyone to the inaugural SBPA's Book Publisher Association Virtual Book Bazaar. My name is Said Ali. I'm your MC for today. And the Book Bazaar will start from today and will run until the 6th of December. We are all coming from our own homes and expect some problems as we try this on our own end. So I would like to apologize if there's some errors, like just now I was muted before we started. So this is the first time that we're doing online, so I hope you'll bear with us as we go through what will happen. Let me just go through again that the book bazaar will start today and will run until the 6th of December. And to enter the virtual book bazaar, you can come to the SBPA's Facebook at www.singaporebookpublishers.sg and look out for the banner to the virtual book bazaar. Can I have the next slide, please? Look out for this banner. It will link you to the virtual bazaar. Click on it and you will go to the microsite that will have the virtual book bazaar. Can I have the next slide? All right, what can you find at the virtual book bazaar? Once you enter the book bazaar, you will see these 6 virtual halls. What do we have in the 6 virtual halls? The first hall is called the ebook stores hall. There you will see the participating publishers online bookstores. You click and you go to the individual book publishers online bookstores, and then there are some free promotional competition that you can join in at the virtual halls. The next hall is called the Showcase Hall. The Showcase Hall is the showcase of the Singapore Book Awards 2020 titles. These 2020 titles that was awarded this year, you will see the videos of some of the winning titles, and there are contests that you can enter to win the book titles. The third hall is the activities hall. This is the hall where you can find videos and activities that you can do with your children. So this is a children-related activities for families to join in. The next hall is called the Academy Hall. The Academy Hall is a hall where you can find videos on publishing topics. Topics such as digital marketing and an introduction into publishing. For those who are interested to write a book or interested to publish a book, this will be the hall to go to. The next hall is called the Events Hall. This hall is where you can find the book-related events. Events by publishers, from storytelling to book talks to discussion about the books. So for those who are interested about knowing about the books, you can come to this hall to find out the details of the activities that are available in the hall. And the last hall is called the Webinars Hall. These are live Zoom events that you will need to register once you enter the hall. And it's free for all SBPA members. And there is a small token fee for non-members to enter the webinars. These are interesting webinars, which I encourage you to look into the halls when you click into that segment. Can I have the next slide? All right, so what can you get from the book fair? Well, some of our publishers are giving discounts up to 30%. Once you enter the bookstores hall, you will come to all the individual publishers' links. And once you enter, you can see what are the discounts they are offering to the public. What do we have? We have 13 SBPA members participating in the virtual book bazaar, and from the small SMEs to the big MNCs. So these are the publishers that are participating in the ebook store hall. They are from Adapt Learning, Asiapac Books, Benjo and Sons, Candid Creation Publishing, Casco Publications, English Corner Publishing, iLoveReading.sg, JSIM Education, Landmark Books, Nurturecraft International, Pustaka Nasional, Xingli Publishers, and World Scientific Publishing. Can I have the next slide, please? At the ebook store hall, we also have several EDMs that you can join in to win activities and gifts. You can enter there's the $1,000 book hamper prize that you can enter by joining our survey. Just click onto that EDM and you'll be given you can enter into a survey whereby one of the lucky survey entries will be given a $1,000 book hamper at the end of the virtual fair. There is also a free buy singlet tote bag that you can redeem once you purchase $30 worth of singlet titles. Singlet titles are mostly children's and fictional titles published by Singapore authors. So once you enter any of the online bookstores, please keep the receipts. And if there is accumulated $30, go to this ebook store free gift with the buy singlet tote bag. Key in your information and show us your receipt, and then you are eligible to get one free singlet tote bag. And then we have book promotion by publishers that you can click on to, and you can see what are the published promotions that the publishers are offering at this EDM. Next, we have the free ebook. This is a free ebook that is sponsored by Benjo and Son. Just enter the EDM and you are allowed to view the ebook by Benjo and Sons. And lastly, we have the Storytel EDM, which is Storytel, and it's an audiobook company based in Singapore. They are giving 30 days free subscription. So you can just click the EDM and you'll be given a link to enjoy 30 days of free listening on Storybook app, Storytel app platform. Can I have the next slide, please? At the showcase hall that I talked about earlier, what we'll be having is that we'll have every night at 8 p.m. starting from tonight. There will be one Singapore Book Awards winner that will be showcasing their winning videos. And please watch the premiere every night. And if you share and like the video on that premiere, you might be one of the 3 lucky persons that will win that book. So there's a free book that will be given away every night for 3 lucky persons who like and share that videos that we will be showcasing every night from today onwards. So please watch every night our Facebook page, and you will be able to you might be one of the lucky people to win a free book based on the winners of the Singapore Book Awards 2020. Okay, can I have the next slide, please? So these are the virtual halls that you can join in. And remember, go to our website at www.singaporebookpublishers.sg and look out for that banner that I indicated earlier. Click on the banner, it will link you to the microsite, and there you can enter and join the virtual halls and hope that you will enjoy what are the activities that are available throughout the period of the Singapore Book Bazaar. So I would like now to invite our president, Mr. Max from World Scientific Publishing. He will give us a short speech about the virtual book bazaar. I would like to invite Max. Please, Max, can you come and...
Thanks, Sai Ali. Hi, everyone. Thank you for attending the launch of our first virtual Singapore Book Bazaar. It's a difficult and challenging time for all of us due to COVID-19. So, we have to find new methods and platforms to continue to engage our readers, educate, and also disseminate content and information. And we also have to continue to share publishing knowledge, trends, and collaborate. So the association has worked really hard to organize this event, and we will continue to make improvements because we have plans to actually organize 3 to 4 more next year. So, like what Sai Ali mentioned, please give us inputs and, for improvement. We are all, during this couple of months, we are all actually stuck in Singapore. So what to do other than going to the various local, attractions, buy books, stay at home, read. I think, this is a good opportunity to read to your kids. It's a good opportunity to catch up on, what are some of the latest titles that local publishers and also publishers based in Singapore have to offer. So we are very excited, that we are doing this book bazaar. As what Sai Ali mentioned, there will be book launches by our members, Asiapac Books, Pustaka Nasional. There will be webinars on copyright and creating video assets. We'll be talking about our very successful Singapore Book Awards for next year, and that will be officially launched. The association will have a lot of activities for next year. Examples will be the Sing Lit Bazaar, the book award ceremonies, various book fairs, and lots of training courses. So we look forward to a safe and improved environment for everyone. And I would like to thank participating publishers for this book bazaar, the book fair subcommittee, Said Ali, and the secretariat, and everyone involved in this. Thank you.
Thank you, Max.
Yeah.
Now I would like to invite Ms. Ling Ying from Asiapac Books, who will be doing the first book launch. She'll be presenting 3 titles, and I will leave her to announce what are the 3 titles. After her book launch, we'll be introducing Pustaka Nasional book launch, which I'll be presenting later after Ling Ying's. So please, Ling Ying, your screen is yours.
Hi. Wishing everyone a very good morning and welcome to the first virtual SBPA book fair. Thank you so much to Ali and Max for introducing the event. For Asiapac Books, we're very proud to be part of the SBPA Book Bazaar. And today we have 15 minutes to launch some of our new titles. I think as we all know, this year is an exceptional year, but actually we have come up with quite a few titles despite all of this. So I will be going through several comic books. This is Sacred Guardians. And then we also have Elizabeth Choi. And then I will also briefly go into some of our other new titles. This is Legend of Ma Zu and Pioneers of Singapore. And of course, we have a very exciting project coming up next year, which is Return of the Condor Heroes, 神刀侠侣, the comic book collector's edition box set. So without further ado, I will be screening some videos today that will introduce these new and old titles to you. And we hope that you will enjoy these videos. Okay. Apologies, let me just go into presentation mode. Yurik, I'll need you to help spotlight the video. Okay, I'm going to play. Let me know if there's technical issues. Okay, so that was Sacred Guardians. Not sure if you guys can hear me, but just to talk a little bit more about this project, it's a part of a TV series and multimedia superhero franchise that's taking place across Southeast Asia. So it's a collaboration between Asiapac Books and a TV production house, Toku Asia, and we're trying to create a really fresh and new Southeast Asian superhero franchise for the children and, of course, the comic book lovers in Southeast Asia to enjoy. So this is the very first part of the series. We have Sacred Guardians, the comic book, which takes place in, I think, the 6th or 7th century in Southeast Asia. It's a fascinating book full of characters from different parts of the region with a lot of rich cultural references in the colorful comic book pages. It's action-packed, it's kind of educational, it's culturally very diverse. So it's something that we really hope that families and kids in Singapore will enjoy. And of course, if you are a fan of comic books, I think definitely Alan Bay's artwork is one of a kind in Singapore. He's one of our island's rising stars when it comes to comics, and this is probably one of his best works ever. So we highly encourage everyone to read this book and be part of the story and part of the adventure that's happening this year. So that's Sacred Guardians. And moving on, something a little bit different, something with a bit more local context. I'm not sure how many of you here know of the name Elizabeth Choi. She's one of Singapore's most famous, most important war heroes, and for very good reason. First of all, she is one of the few celebrated female war heroes from World War II. And also more than that, she was a community leader, she was a teacher, she was someone who contributed to society throughout her entire life in almost every way possible. And actually, it turns out that it's her birthday this weekend, and to commemorate this very special occasion and also to celebrate the launch of our new title, we have worked together with an animation studio as well as a local band, .gif, to create some new animated films for our comic books so that we can tell these stories to wider audiences online. So please enjoy this animated film that tells the story of Elizabeth Choi. About to start.
Our cell was dark, small, dirty.
So sorry. Okay.
Our cell was dark, small, dirty. There were 20 of us. We couldn't speak a word. But I liked quiet. Quiet was good. My parents wanted me to keep studying, so I came to Singapore, made friends, did pretty well in school. I started teaching and even met my future husband, Kun Hing. None of us saw the war coming. So many lost their lives, their homes. I couldn't just stand there and watch when I could do something. I helped where I can, but Lord, I wanted to do more. The Japanese did not like that, so they took Kun Heng and I. They say war turns men into monsters. It's true. I saw it in the men who took me. I wanted to believe in the good of people, but they tested my faith for 193 days. They said I was a spy. They wanted information I didn't have. Lying would get me out. But how could I lie to save myself when it would just hurt more people? Everyone called me a hero after the war. I don't know if that's true. I don't think I can ever forget what happened during the war. But I think I can try to forgive. Anyone can choose to be kind, to be strong. So can I.
Yep, so that was the animated comic book, Elizabeth Choi, Her Story. I'm not sure if I can jump in back. But yeah, so maybe I can show everyone the book as well. This is Elizabeth Choi, Her Story. It's done by the same team, Danny Jalil and Zaki Rahman, who are the comic artists who did our previous war hero story, which is Lieutenant Anand and the Last Regiment. So this team, they've dedicated years of research into the stories of our war heroes, and they've been able to draw this very beautiful graphic novel that tells the story of the various events that happened throughout the World War. And I think it's very important for all of us to kind of, read and own and appreciate these important stories that are part of our Singaporean history. Definitely, we see these names and we're familiar with them. They appear in our newspaper articles and in our history textbooks. But, it's really rare and really exceptional for us to be able to experience what they went through in the format of a comic book. So we highly recommend schools and anyone who's interested in Singapore history, casual readers to pick up this book, have a read, and also, consider how people like Elizabeth Choi created, the society that we live in today and what we can do to honor their legacy and also learn from their experiences. So that's actually just two of the new titles that came out this year. We also had other titles that came out this year that I wouldn't have the time to kind of go through in a lot of detail, but maybe I can start with the Pioneers of Singapore Illustrated edition. So it's illustrated by the same artist that worked on Sacred Guardians, Alan Bay, and talking about Singapore history and Elizabeth Choi. Of course, there are also many other people that form the society that we live in today here in Singapore. And we're very pleased to have this very gorgeous, fully illustrated book that explains the stories behind some of these very important figures. And I think this is a wonderful read for many reasons. First of all, it's written in a very light-hearted and informative way. It covers the life story of various important figures from Singapore history. And also, I think these illustrations are also a lot of fun. We get to see a little bit more character and personality when we get to see the illustrations side by side with the stories. And I think for this particular book, it's really wonderful for helping families and also for young readers to understand the landscape that we live in, why MRT stations are named after certain important persons, and to give more context as to, this history, very vibrant living landscape that we live in Singapore here. So this book is available, well, actually all of our books, they're available at most major bookstores and also at our website at asiapacbooks.com. So do head over and check it out. And now this is a very quick one. This is actually the freshest release that we have this year. It was published maybe about 1 or 2 months ago. And it's called The Legend of Ma Zu. And it's by local artist Ko Chin Tong. And this is actually this is a very interesting book because it's done in the Lian Huanhua style kind of comic artwork. And for those of you who are comic fans or perhaps have been following Asiapac Books for several years, I think you would understand that the Lian Huanhua format is a part of Singapore's early Chinese literature. It's a part of Chinese comics and Asian comics. And we're very happy to be able to pay homage to this important medium and in telling such an important story as the story of Ma Zu. Ma Zu is the goddess of the seas, and she's the one who has protected the Chinese diaspora and kind of inspired many of the temples and culture that we have in overseas Chinese territories, such as Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Singapore. So we will talk more about this book over the next couple of months. But since we received it from the printers a couple of weeks ago, we just thought that we would share it with everyone. And it's available on our website for purchase as well. And okay, last but not least, I am going to introduce everyone to the most exciting project that we have coming up, which is the return of the Condor Heroes comic books set. I will need my screen. Can I get my share screen back? I think my share screen. Yeah. Okay. So this will be a quick documentary about.
Our cell was dark.
This will be a quick one to tell everyone a little bit about the legacy of this project. So here we go.
神雕侠侣其实是由武侠小说大师金庸先生所创作，他的小说风靡了全世界的华人世界。神雕侠侣也拍摄了无数的电影和电视剧，它是一部很受欢迎的爱情武侠小说。
当时是因为我们已经出了很多古典的自学，还有历史，这样有些人建议我应该增加这个题材呀，多样化。那么有人建议应该出这个武侠版，因为当时也是有很多流行的武侠漫画，所以我就想可以试试看呢，那我才开始看这个武侠小说。那么看了一些武侠小说之后，我真的是被金庸吸引了。
在20多年前，阳台读书和我一起创作了这个漫画，并得到了金庸先生的许可。在出版过后呢，很幸运的得到各方面的欢迎，受到很大的鼓舞。同时呢，我们也受到不同国家的出版社，结果我们一共有出版了大概是9个不同的语言版本系列，在新加坡漫画史上当时是从来没有过的事情。
做这套书呢，让我真正体验到流行文化的活跃，因为我们过去做自学系列呢是没有看到这样的反应，然后呢这个流行系列呢加上当时电视机也在有这个连续剧，所以年轻人的反应非常的热烈。然后在书展的时候呢，常常有几百个人排队要签名啊。每一场书展呢都有很多的促销计划，好像有一年我们还出了这电话卡，然后很多人真的是一早排队就来要买这个电话卡。
在这新的精装豪华版里面呢，所有的神雕18本神雕将会浓缩成8本，就是每一本将是以前的3本的那个数集，可是内容将不会有任何的改变。这8本的封面呢，我将会重新设计。其实是蛮兴奋的，为什么呢？因为在25年才开始画杨过和小龙女，然后在25年停了大概有20多年吧，然后现在又有机会重新的去创作设计这一套精装神雕侠侣的话，感觉到非常的期待，也希望大家能够大力的支持，谢谢。
Okay, so that's actually all that we have for you today. I'm very happy to be able to invite everyone to check out more of our videos online. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we also have a YouTube channel that we started to put more content on this year. So Asiapac Books, even though we've been around for many years, we're still trying to do new things every day. So we really hope that our readers will connect with us online, and we look forward to seeing you guys at book fairs. We look forward to seeing you again at our bookstore events. We hope that everyone will take care and have a great weekend. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, SBPA.
Thank you, Ling Ying. Now we have the book launch by Pustaka Nasional, which I'm representing the company. Pustaka Nasional was started in 1963 and publishes mostly books in Malay. We also publish books in Arabic, Jawi, and English. And recently, we just published several children's bilingual books in Tamil and also Chinese. Right? So now we can say we are Singaporean publisher. Okay, the book that we are launching today was a book that was supposed to be launched earlier, but because of the pandemic, it was delayed. And this is the title of the book. Yes, Untuk Siapakah Buah Zaitun ini, which is a translation from Arabic of the title Liman al-Zaitun, or in English, Who Are the Olives For? Published by Dar al-Zaki from Lebanon. And the book was published with the aid of the Sharjah Translation Fund by the Kingdom of Sharjah in the United Arab Emirates. The book was written by Fatima Sharafeddin, an award-winning author born in Lebanon. She has written over 120 books in Arabic. Several are shortlisted for several international awards, such as the Astrid Lindgren Memorial Award, the Bologna Ragazzi Award, the IBBY, and many others. So we went to UAE at Sharjah Book Fair, and we met the publisher, and we took up this challenge to translate the book, and the book came out in this form. So what is the book story? What is the story about? Well, the book is about olives and sharing. So what is an olive? It's not prevalent in Singapore. So olives maybe, but you can find olives if you eat pizza. If you have vegetarian pizza, you can find olives or some pasta. So I think most Singaporeans know what an olive is, but olives are found mostly in the Middle East. So this book is a book by the viewpoint of a child named Rana. Rana has just shifted home to a new place, and besides her home is a big olive tree. And next to that olive tree is another home, and that house is by another child by the name of Jad. So this is Rana, and this is Jad. Right. So then the middle is the olive tree. So their house are just opposite the olive tree. So during the autumn season, the olives will start to ripe, and there'll be a lot of olives being grown. So in that period, Rana and the family decided to pick the olives from the tree. Right? So you can see Rana and the family members, they are picking the olives from the trees. Unfortunately, Jad's father saw this and stopped them from picking the olives. So why did Jad's father stop them from picking the olives? So Jad's father contended that the olive trees belong to them. And Rana's father said that it's closest to their house, so it should belong to them. So in the end, there was an argument between the families of Jad and Rana, and all the family members came out arguing among each other about who owns the olive tree. So while the family were arguing, Rana and Jad, you can see them, were then sitting next to each other, watching the two families arguing among each other. So what happens next? The families of Jad and Rana started to pull on the olive trees, shaking the olive trees, and suddenly all the olives started dropping on the floor. And as the olives started dropping on the floor, small birds came and started picking the olives. Right? So, to cut the story short, in the end, both families did not get any olives, as all the olives were taken up by the birds. So what is the message of the story? Well, it's all about sharing and about community living. Since we all in Singapore are living in community spaces, we need to share these spaces. And this is a good story whereby you can talk to your child or read together with your child to talk about sharing and common spaces. So, and the book is quite big than the normal book. See, it's bigger than my face. So it's a good book that you can read together with your child. And these are books that we are finding and from overseas and developing them and translating them into Malay so that we can help to educate our children about the importance of values in the community. So besides these stories, we also have many other stories that teach us about values. And this is some examples of the books that we have developed. This is the Bilingual Book developed with the aid of the Lee Kuan Yew Bilingualism Fund, which is written by NIE teacher trainees. And each book comes with an audio CD and some papercraft activity. So if you down to our online store, we can purchase the whole set, which comes with all these papercraft. And after reading the book, you can help your child to create this papercraft, and there will be characters based on the book. So these are the activities that you can do together with your child during this period when you know are not allowed to travel overseas and you are mostly staying at home to be safe. So look up for these books that on our online store that you can do together with your child. We also have another series that also has craft activities with them. So look up for this series. It's also called the GPS series. It comes with craft activities that you can do together with your child. And I would just like to show some of the crafts. So these are some of the crafts that you can do. You can do this. Is a finger paper craft. And you can do a coloring bookmark. And this will be something interesting to do. It's a cat box. So these are some activities that you can find in the set. In order to get these craft activities, go and purchase the box set. It's available on our online store. If you go to our ebook store, if you go to the SBPA's ebook stores, you can find Pustaka Nasional's EDM. Just click on it. It will lead you to the online bookstore. The bookstore the bookstore link is at www.pustaka.com.sg/kedai, which is in Malay. So again, Pustaka Nasional mostly publishes books, children's books that we are now developing. So we are also looking out for new and interesting titles. And some of our projects that will be coming up soon are based on local written authors. And this will be coming in 2021. So these are some of the challenges. Since these are some of the books, besides this, we also have several collection of translation books which are interesting to read together with your child. So our challenge is also to find good materials overseas and translate them into Malay to assist our children in reading. And we hope that more parents will go and buy books and read together with their child, because a lot of studies have stated that reading together with your child will help to improve your child's learning capacity. So this is the part that we like to introduce. We hope that you go and visit our online store and look up for other children's book titles. Besides that, we also have several titles on adults, but most of the adult titles are mostly on religion, based on Islam. And we have some novels, mostly in Malay, that are available. For English, we have several English titles, mostly are children's books and some poetry books in English. So do go to our online store and look up for Pustaka Nasional's online book and visit our online store to buy your purchases for your holiday period. Thank you very much for Pustaka Nasional. So before we end this event, I just want to remind our viewers that we have 3 webinars that are coming on board. Max has mentioned them earlier. The first seminar is on copyright. If you are interested in writing a book, or you have a book published, you want to translate them into other languages, do look out for that copyrights webinar so that you know what are your rights available when you do translation. The second webinar is the launch of our Singapore Book Awards 2021. If you want to win this award, it's quite heavy, this award. So do visit the webinar and learn what you need to prepare so that your entry will be better judged by our judges for next year's awards. And lastly, the third webinar that is quite interesting is how to organize book events using your camera, your own camera. Right now, I'm talking to you using my own camera phone. So if you want to know about how to do this, learning about lighting, learning about the angles, learning about the rule of thirds. So it's important if you want to learn, join the webinar, and then you can find out more about how to prepare a webinar, something like this. And most of our publishers are quite new to digital format. So I encourage all publishers who are interested to join this webinar and learn more and learn how to produce exciting videos like Ling Ying has produced for Asiapac Books. With that, we've come to the end of this event. Please go and visit our website, www.singaporebookpublishers.sg. Click on the SBPA Book Bazaar banner, which will bring you to the microsite where you can get into the 6 virtual halls. The school holidays are here, so since we cannot travel overseas, yet come to our virtual bookstore. Our book bazaar, with a book, you can travel far away lands and experience the cultures and stories from all around the world, learn to cook and exotic recipes from our cookbooks, gain insights, and have activities with your children by joining our activities events. Do support our local publishers and our local writers by buying their books. So goodbye, everyone, and hope to see you again next year at SBPA 2021 Book Bazaar. Thank you, everyone.